What's going on, everybody? Join me in this video as I discuss the divisional round that just ended this weekend in the NFL. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Luca, and before we get started, guys, like I always say, please hit that subscribe button. Just do it. Also, hit that like button and that notification bell, and also share this video with as many people as you can. Thank you so much for the support, guys, and let's get started. So the NFL does not disappoint. The week before, we had an amazing wildcard weekend, and in this week, we had an even better divisional round. Now, there were 4 games in the divisional round. The first game was the Jaguars versus the Chiefs. The second game was the Eagles versus the Giants. The third was the Bills versus the Bengals. And the fourth was the 49ers versus the Cowboys. So, again, sorry guys, I live next to an airport and that's a plane just flying over. So the first game was between the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Now, the game ended 27-20, and the Chiefs move on to their 5th consecutive AFC championship game. The game started off pretty good for the Chiefs. I mean, Patrick Mahomes was clicking on all cylinders. He was finding his receivers. Kelsey was getting wide open left and right. But then he got hurt later on in the game. Now, I don't know what that means in the AFC championship. I'm going to make a video about that sometime this week. But the most important thing is he did come back, he finished playing, and the Chiefs beat the Jaguars, and they move on to their 5th consecutive AFC championship game. Again, congratulations to the Jaguars, a young team. They made it real far. Trevor Lawrence is the future, and I think it's only uphill for them from this point on. So if I'm a Jaguars fan, I'm happy. I mean, of course, you want to win the game, but I would be thrilled that we have this young man and we have this quarterback coach combination, which is going to be fantastic for the years to come. So the Jaguars are going home, and the Chiefs are moving on to the Bengals. I just spoiled it. Moving on to the AFC championship. The second game was between the Eagles and the Giants. Now, before I say anything about this game, I would like to just formally apologize. Please, I just want to apologize to my Eagles fans. I made a mistake. I said that the Giants were going to win, and that the Eagles are going to lose. And I said that it's going to be a close game, but the Giants are better than the Eagles, and that, the Giants are the best team. So I apologize, because boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. I mean, them Eagles came out flying high, and they put in a whipping. They throttled the Giants 38-7. Blowout. Wasn't even close. Off the rip. Gone. Destroyed. See you later. I mean, it was a clinic. Jalen Hurts looked better than ever. His shoulder wasn't hurting. It was like, what? I don't have no shoulder injury. I'm good. He was 100%. He came in. He played like he was 100%. Pretty sure still lingering, but I mean, didn't look like it to me. Came in. Defense was on point. Offensive line was on point. Special team was on point. The receivers were on point. Everything was on point. The Giants, not so much. They had a great run. Giants had a great run. And like I said in my other videos, you guys have found your franchise quarterback. Danny Dimes is that dude. Danny Dimes is going to pay the young man. Pay him. Don't pay him like $200 million guaranteed or whatever. But pay him enough money. He is a starting quarterback. He is a franchise quarterback. You guys have your future. So congratulations to the Giants for making it this far. I didn't think you guys were going to make it this far. I didn't think you guys were going to make it the playoffs, let alone win a game in the playoffs. So congratulations to the Giants. But the Eagles, man, the Eagles are flying over, and they're going to host the team that I'm going to tell you guys later. I'm not going to spoil this one. They're going to host a team in the NFC Championship. So the Eagles moved on, and now they're going to play in the NFC Championship. The third game, which was the Sunday afternoon game, was between the Buffalo Bills and the Bengals. The Buffalo Bills have been a disappointment this year. I understand that Von Miller got hurt. And before I go on, the Bengals beat them. And they beat them handedly. It was 27-10. It wasn't even close. Bills didn't have a chance off the rip. I mean, it wasn't a close game. I mean, it was cold. It was snowing. Everything was set up for Josh Allen and the Bills to just take over, because that's their environment. Nah, Joe Burrow said, I don't care. I'm from Ohio, okay? Snow does not affect me. Came in and did his thing. And he beat the Bills 27-10. Wasn't even close. Could Could have even been more than that. They had a controversial touchdown that Jamar Chase caught. I thought he caught the ball, but they said he didn't catch it, which it could have been more than 27-10. It could have been way more than that. So, I mean, they came in convincingly, beat the Bills. But let me go back real quick, like I was saying earlier. The Bills' season have been a disappointment. Coming into the season, everybody was talking about the Buffalo Bills is the Super Bowl favorite. Josh Allen is an MVP favorite. They're going to come in and they're going to win. And everybody had the Bills winning the Super Bowl. Up until a couple of weeks ago, they were still the favorites to win the Super Bowl. I mean, you know, that was it. Everybody thought that the Bills, this is their year. And it looked like it. They went in and signed Von Miller. Their defense first in the year looked amazing. They were rolling. But then Josh started making mistakes. Josh Allen started making mistakes. And that's what I said in my other video, man. The man has talent for days, man. But he just not disciplined enough. He's not disciplined enough. He makes mistake over and over again. And it cost him. So anyway, Bills, you guys have to figure out what you guys are going to do next year. Because, I mean, you guys have to win the championship. I mean, it's Super Bowl or bust for y'all now. Because y'all win all in. The Bills win all in. So it's Super Bowl or bust for them. And they're going to have to figure out what to do next year. But as for the Cincinnati Bengals, they're not a fluke. Last year, people thought that they were the Cinderella team. You know, they just made a run. They made it to AFC Championship, beat the Chiefs at their home, and then went to Super Bowl and were close to winning it. Everybody thought that was a Cinderella run. Nah, this ain't no Cinderella run. This young man, Joe Burrow, is for real, and this this Cincinnati team is for freaking real. And you know they're moving on. They're moving on. They're going to play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship at Arrowhead. Again, Mahomes' ankle is a little hurt, so I don't know how they're going to be. Like I said, I'm going to make a video about the AFC Championship matchup sometimes this week, and I'm going to give you guys all my thoughts on it. But congratulations to the Bengals for moving on to a second consecutive AFC Championship. And then the last game of the divisional round was between the Niners and them boys, the Cowboys. Cowboys, I'm sorry. This was a disappointment. Y'all had that game. Y'all had that game in your hand. If Dak Prescott does not turn over the ball, if Ezekiel Elliott can just run the ball semi good, you know, just a little bit, y'all would have won this game. Your defense showed up. Michael Parsons showed up. Lawrence showed up. Diggs showed up. The whole defensive squad showed up, and you guys did not take advantage of it. Y'all didn't take advantage of it. I put this whole thing on Mike McCarthy, on your offensive coordinator, and I put this on Dak Prescott, man. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're the quarterback. You're the one who's getting paid millions and millions of dollars. When you guys win, it's all praise to the quarterback. And now you guys are losing, man. I got to put this on Dak. I'm sorry, Dak. I like Dak. He's a great kid, great guy, great role model. Great role model. You don't hear anything about Dak Prescott. But, man, you have to own up to this, and he has to own up to this, and I think he will. But what a disappointment, man. I mean, like I said, the defense had to play perfect almost, and they did. The Dallas defense did. They showed up. All they wanted was like, listen, man, can you just not make any mistake, Dak? Can you just not turn the ball over? Can you just please just play mistake-free football and just let us carry you? You know, of course, you got to do a couple things here, but let us carry you. Don't put us in awkward situations where we have to come back and defend when you throw an interception. But that's what happened. And the Dallas Cowboys are going home. Yet another year, another disappointment for them boys. But the 49ers, man, 49ers are moving on, and they're going to face the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship. And boy, I cannot wait. Talking about two juggernauts facing each other. Two juggernauts facing each other. I mean, you got the Eagles defense on one hand, which is fantastic. Then you got the 49ers defense on the other hand, led by DeMeco Ryan. And I don't know, at the end of the season, quickly, if DeMeco Ryan doesn't get a job, then something wrong with the NFL. This dude has all year has led this daunting Super Bowl defense. And now you have two juggernauts facing each other next week. It's going to be the Eagles and the 49ers. I cannot wait. But anyway, guys, that is my video of what happened to the divisional round. And now we're moving on forward to AFC Championship, NFC Championship. And whoever wins got a stake in the Super Bowl, man. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Like I said, I'm going to release some videos here sometimes this week about the AFC, who I think is going to win, and also in the NFC, who I think is going to win, and also about Patrick Mahomes' ankle, which is a huge deal. Anyway, guys, love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys next time.